Hey, yo, what is happening, you parched pat rat? Today, we're taking a look at Mega Zygarde EX. Before we jump into though, and I break it all down, huge shout out, as always, of course, to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the channel. We all know them and love them for their card sleeves, of course. And if you're unfamiliar with them, they got a lot over there. A lot of different colors, a lot of different styles as well. Mattes, dual mattes, non-glares, classics. I always feel like I'm forgetting one of their styles of sleeves. I think I covered them all there. Clear sleeves if you're looking for stuff for your binders and cards like that. Check them out, dragonshield.com. Tons of different styles and colors to choose from. Link will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So the Mega Zygarde EX, honestly, looking at the card going into this format, I didn't have super high hopes for it. I didn't have like super high expectations for the card, but after playing with the card, I've been really impressed by what this thing can do. So it's got that 310 HP. Gaia Wave does 200 damage for 3 fighting energy. Then the Nullifying Zero, one of the most powerful attacks in the Pokemon TCG right now by far. For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, you do 150 damage to that Pokemon. So I know Shaman, Terra Pokemon are things in the format, and those are pretty obnoxious for the Mega Zygarde, but it doesn't play out as poorly as you might think, because that card isn't just limited to those 2 attacks. We also have the Core Memory, which gives us the Geo Buster attack, which does 350 damage for 4 fighting energy, and then we discard all energy from this Pokemon. So even if our opponent has Shaman, even if they have a lot of Terra Pokemon, we have other powerful options to be able to utilize to win games with the Mega Zygarde EX. And of course, it is fueled by the new Barbaracle card with the Stone Arms ability that accelerates fighting energy from our hand once during our turn to one of our fighting Pokemon. So 3/3 Barbaracle, 3 Mega Zygarde EX. I was thinking I could maybe get away with 2 of these, but I have had quite a few games where I'm initially attacking with 1 Zygarde with like the Gaia Wave, and then I want to set up my second Zygarde on the bench. So having 2 of them in play happens fairly often. So if I only played 2 and then I prized 1, that would be pretty bad. So we're going with 3 of those, 2/2 Solrock and Lunatone. I was initially going to try out this deck without Solrock and Lunatone and go with like more of like a Badoo strategy. So like Badoo early game, slow down our opponent. But after I started building the deck and putting it together, I realized that just wasn't going to work and wasn't going to flow very well, because we want to take advantage of Tarragon, the new supporter card, which puts 4 in any combination of fighting Pokemon and fighting basic energy cards from our discard pile into our hand. This card is super powerful in the deck. Of course, turn 1, sometimes turn 2, it's not going to be great, but every turn after that, it's basically just as good as playing Lillie's Determination on our turn. So we got Lillie's for the early game, then the Tarragon takes over and smooths out the rest of our mid-late game. But we have some other powerful supporters in here as well. Of course, we have the Boss's Orders. But really, the stars of the show for the supporter cards is honestly the Wally's Compassion and the Acerola's Mischief. I'm not sure the exact count of these I want. Maybe like a 2-2 split. I was doing 2 Wally's, and then I added Acerola's Mischief. Now I'm at to 2 Acerola's Mischief, 1 Wally's Compassion. But I might go up to a 2-2, or I might go back to a 2 Wally's, 1 Acerola's. The reason these cards are so important is when we play up against decks that don't one-hit KO a Mega Zygarde EX, sometimes we just need a little bit more to close out a game, and Wally's Compassion synergizes really, really well with how the deck functions in general. It heals all damage from one of our Mega Pokemon EX, and then we put all energy from that Pokemon back into our hand. So if we have a Mega Zygarde setup, we use Gaia Wave, our opponent attacks into our Mega Zygarde, we can play Wally's Compassion, fully heal it, put all 3 energy back in the hand, or more if we had more on it, and then use 2 Barbaracles plus attachment for turn and reset up a Gaia Wave on the next turn. So that's pretty powerful, but sometimes we're playing up against decks that one-hit KO us, like Lucario, and in that case, the Acerola's Mischief is the key to slow down our opponent from being able to take big multi-prize turns. If they KO an initial Mega Zygarde, and then we attack with another Mega Zygarde, and then also combo that with the Acerola's Mischief, they won't be able to close out the game on the next turn by knocking out our second Zygarde. So both these cards are very, very powerful, very, very important, but it is very matchup specific as to which one we want to be using. Also, Acerola's Mischief is probably pretty good up against Zoroark as well, because they can one-hit KO our Zygarde. But like I said, so far, very impressed with the deck, but these are definitely big keys, and I haven't really figured out the full mixture of what I want of these. Because even if you go up against something like a Dragapult, this is the reason I favor Acerola's Mischief a little bit more than Wally's Compassion, because even if we play against something like Dragapult, we can still Acerola's Mischief against Dragapult in the late game. but we can't Wally's Compassion against something like a Mega Lucario deck. So that's why I like favor Acerola a little bit more than Wally, because Acerola we can use against everything. Wally's is only good against decks that aren't one at KOing us, but we have more time to use Wally's throughout a game. We can use it in the mid-early game, whereas Acerolas can only be used in that late game time. It can't be used in the early game. Also, your opponent has to have 2 or fewer prize cards remaining, so they would have to KO a Mega Zygarde and like a Solrock or a Lunatone or a Barbaracle. If they KO just one Mega Zygarde, we won't be able to play the Acerola Mischief quite yet. But usually, the way it usually plays out is where you're like using Solrock in the early game anyway, so it kind of makes sense as things progress. Pokemon search cards, 2 Ultra Ball, 4 Poké Pad, 4 Fighting Gong. Poké Pads and Fighting Gongs basically find everything for us, so we don't have to play a ton of Ultra Balls in here. 4 Pokégear, finding Lillie early is great, and then finding all of our other supporters when we need them also really good. So the Pokégears are sick. 2 Switch cards. We don't need a ton of mobility in the deck, but Barbaracle accelerating so much energy into play can be a lot of our mobility. But specifically in situations where we attack with a Zygarde and have a Zygarde set up on our bench, and the active Zygarde uses core memory and discards all the energy attached to it, we need a way to pivot that Zygarde into our next Zygarde aggressively. So I'm going with Switch over Air Balloon for that reason. With further testing, I could see myself ending up on Air Balloons instead of Switches, but for right now, that's kind of the reason I'm rocking the Switches over the Air Balloons. Unfair Stamp is the A-Spec. Honestly, I'm not blown away by Unfair Stamp in this deck. It's fine. Better to have some hand disruption as opposed to no hand disruption, I feel like. And I wouldn't really like the idea of the other ace specs don't really impress me that much either. Maybe Legacy Energy could be cool, of course, because it would reduce the prize cards that our opponent draws off a Mega Pokemon. That can always be an interesting lineup. So Legacy could be cool. We don't have any great ways to find it aggressively, obviously. You can't go wrong with like a Prime Catcher. Secret Box is pretty low value. I mean, we do have the core memories, but we don't really need a Stadium card in this deck. So yeah, Unfair Stamp just feels kind of good because it's kind of cool to have hand disruption at some point. I don't play any judges in here, but a judge or 2 also wouldn't be terrible here. And then a ton of fighting energy. I mean, we need 5 energy for the Nullifying Zero. We want to make sure we're manually attaching for a turn. We want to make sure we're using Lunar Cycle every single turn. We want to make sure we're maximizing our Stone Arms every single turn. So 14 basic fighting energy. Of course, we have a lot of energy recovery with the Tarragons on top of that. And I know 4 or 3 Tarragon seems like a lot maybe, but when you want it, you really want it. We're not playing 3 Tarragon. You shouldn't think about it kind of as like a standard recovery card, I feel like you'd normally think about like Super Rods or Night Stretchers. It's like most of the time throughout a game, I want like 1 Sacred Ash, and I can usually find it by the time I need it, so I'm going to play 1 Sacred Ash. Tarragon, we usually use 2 of them in a game, but when we need it on like turn 2 or turn 3, we need it right then. So increasing the count of it means we're going to more likely draw into it and increase the odds of seeing it off the Pokégears, leading to higher strength from our Pokégears as well. So we usually don't play all 3 Tarragons throughout a game, but most games we're playing like 2 of them, to be honest. So I know the count might seem a little heavy for a recovery card, but it's not a recovery card kind of in the same way as like traditional recovery cards. It's our draw engine. It gets our energy for it to fuel our attacks. It's definitely like a lot more part of the engine than just recovery for the mid-late game. And that's it. That's the 60 with my Zygarde. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Oh, no, not the Duskull. Azul, do you also have the title of most timeout giver in Twitch history record holder trophy? No. I don't actually time out people that often, to be honest. Maybe they don't play Candy Super Cooked in that case. Well, they had the Sacrificial Rose Raid, or Roselia. Sacrifice Roselia, then next turn, or get into Gabite, whatever. Go from there. So it's the Psychic deck for sure. Am I going to get turn 1 knocked out? That would be really rude if they have that play. I could have pushed Ogerpon here to slow this game down, because all their Pokemon have abilities. If they leave Duskull in the active, I'll probably Cosmic Beam KO it, but if they don't, then yeah. Hi, any advice for this rotation? Should I stick to Dragapult Chicken, or should I move to a Grass or Fighting deck? Play whatever deck you want. It's not that complicated. Or you're overcomplicating it. How competitive you're trying to be should dictate how good of a deck you're playing, but besides that, it doesn't really matter. Oh, what is that draw? The draw, no fighting energy? Bro, I play like 70 million fighting energy. They're all just absent. That is... Oh my gosh. How many fighting energy do I play? 13 plus 4 Gong? Like... Would you say the top 3 competitive decks? No idea. Pult's #1, obviously. Or Pult's in the top 3, but besides that, no clue. Something for sure, though. Dude, that is such a terrible draw. I don't even know what else to think besides that. It's just so bad. Paul is 1, 2, and 3. That is possible. It could be all of them. Is Energy Search ever worth it? No. You should always add more energy in a deck like this. You never play anything like Energy Search. You think Paltnor is still better than Pure Paul after rotation? No clue. Oh no. I mean, if I can get to nullifying 0 this turn, we're fine. But I don't know. I'm not that confident I'm gonna be able to get there, to be honest. Well, actually, I don't even know if I'm in that good of a spot if I get to nullifying 0, but we'd be in like a better spot, obviously. If I top like a fighting energy, I might just try and go KO that Clefairy off the bench. But it wouldn't be hard. It would not be hard for them to set up Mega Diancie on the next turn. What did they grab here? Thoughts on Sarah from yesterday? It seemed good. It seemed pretty good. Good deck. Not the Diancie. Wait, did they get the stadium off Colchis Tenacity then not put it in play before they Lillied? Maybe they're trying to save it as a counter stadium? So I could go for the boss thing I mentioned. Like I just boss KO this. This thing's not even set up, but they wouldn't be far from going set up this plus, like Dusknoir plus set this up knockout, right? I kind of just want to set this thing up and then just hope they don't have like boss KO. I think them having boss KO would be a little bit unreasonable here. So I think I'm just going to chill. I'm close to the combo. If I had switched, I actually would have had the combo to go for here, which I think I would have gone for if I knew I was going to hit it. I can still get there though off this. I could have played this Poké Pad ahead of time. Oh, the 70 hit here on the active is actually relevant. Then I'm 1 energy further. Yeah, it could be relevant because I could clean this up off the bench with a nullifying 0 later. But it seems like it's worth it, to be honest. I kind of want to get another Barbaracle in play so they can't just, like, target those. Maybe not. I'm just gonna swing. I didn't realize how valuable that 70 was, though, to be honest. Think Hariyama is better than Boss and Lucario? No, you should play both, probably. I think it's possible to play Lucario without Hariyama, but you can't play Lucario without Boss. Yeah, the Dusknoir is kind of scary, though. Maybe I just need to play Psyduck in here, to be honest. I wouldn't hate Psyduck in here. Okay, they can't KO my Mega Zygarde. That's the important part here. My Mega Zygarde will survive till the next turn. Most important part. Are they just gonna pass again? It's possible, right? I gotta do something at some point. I feel like I could definitely just retreat and nullifying 0 plus build up this other Zygarde, right? Yeah, I could definitely do that. Or should be able to do that pretty freely. I wonder if they're just gonna wait again, though. I mean, if I boss KO this, that also sets me up really, really well. I don't have the energy for that right now. They're not gonna pop it, though. They're just gonna leave it in the... But actually, isn't, like, Gaia Wave KO this pretty good as well? Like, retreat, set up another Zygarde, Gaia Wave knockout, right? That's still pretty good for me. I feel like just going Gaia Wave KO this is pretty good. And now that lets me set up another Zygarde on the back line. I'm kind of fine with that situation. I got core memories for both of them. I do KO this, right? Yeah, okay. They don't usually play Unfair Stamp, right? It's usually Prime. Oh, is it usually Prime Catcher? Interesting. Cornerstone? I could have been using Cornerstone. But well, I can't use Cornerstone there because I just get double Dust Nord on my Cornerstone. But I guess I could have used Cornerstone sooner, to be honest. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot here now for sure, though, right? 2 Zygardes, 2 tools. The only thing that I'd be scared of is if they, like, have a tool scrapper, I guess. Prime Catcher if they want to play around Duck with Fluttermane. Prime Catcher if they want to play around Duck with Fluttermane. Oh, sure. Yeah. Could be Scoop Up for all we know. That's true. It could just be Super Scoop Up. That's a good point. Or Scoop Up Cyclone, my bad. So Lucario Zygarde or Garchomp? I mean Garchomp. Lucario Zygarde I just don't think is very good. I just don't see the point in playing Lucario with Zygarde. You should either just be playing Lucario or just be playing Zygarde. I don't know. I guess it gives you like the flexibility of both, technically. Open up with Lucario to get 3 energy on your Zygarde, but that doesn't even like set up your Zygarde to then do its nullifying 0 on the next turn. So I just don't know what you gain by playing Lucario with Zygarde. Yeah, what is that Abra doing there? Hello, sir? Is this for like so? Is it? Do they just play like the other one? Do they just play it? He's chilling. He's definitely chilling. Yeah, he's kind of too chilling. I think he's on the team. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing here? It might just it might be strange hacking Zam. Maybe it's just for draw support. Doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. It's got to be the other one. It has to be the other one. That's the only thing that makes sense. That just seems awful, though. Yeah, exactly. You like Festival Lead? I mean, I don't dislike it. It's like fine. I have no clue how good I think it is in this format. So I KO. What is their win con though? Because I'm about to KO their Mega Diancie here. Oh, what is that? What is that? The Hero's Cape? Bruh. That is some shit right there. Okay, I'm going for the Nullifying 0 dub here. We're going all in on Nullifying 0. They're still so far away from winning. I have so much time to Nullifying 0 them. We're gonna go boss this Unfair Stamp. We're hitting him with the 0. So I set up a second Zygarde. Or maybe I just leave my bench space open. Like I was thinking I was gonna bench something, but maybe I actually don't. I want to play this Ultra Ball just to like thin this stuff out of the deck because the Lunatone's basically dead. I think I'm just gonna leave the bench space open because I don't know what I would want to run to for sure if I want to run to something or something like that. So yeah, I was so confident. I was just gonna bench another Zygarde and start loading up another Zygarde here. I was like, oh, I'm so confident. We just KO this and then in the game or whatever. Yeah, it just switches. Cause I need to be able to move this Zygarde into another Zygarde after I do the big attack. All right, come on. Give me a couple heads. Let me get that board wipe. Heads on the active. One time. Yes! 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 We got them all. This is important for the content, for the clip farming. But even if we didn't win there, we're in such a good spot, it probably doesn't matter. I need like some heads. If I got all tails, then we might be in trouble. Is special energy not worth it? No, that card's terrible in here. Rock. I mean, it's probably Lucario, right? Actually, the card might not be terrible in here. It is not good to play in here based on the current metagame. It is not a tech card against Alakazam. And the card is pretty terrible in the deck, actually, to be honest. There would have to be a different matchup where to make it worth it. It could theoretically be worth including, though. To play 0 cards. Okay, okay, okay. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Man, I really hope they whiff. I really hope they whiff the KO on my Lunatone here. He's just dead. Yeah, I would like one more turn, and then I'll be feeling chill. What's the card that doesn't load for this Air Ledge deck? Whatever the new card is in the deck. I forget what it is. I think it's in the import somewhere. I could be wrong. Or does it not say in the thing? Oh, it literally says in the import text. In the import text, it says the new cards. They just don't. The images don't pop up. Lunatone's dead, man. That's kind of cringe. Oh no, and they can. Well, actually, I want to attack with Zygarde this turn. I want to punch their active with Zygarde for 200 if I can. I'm okay with that. But with no Lillie in sight, I'm not confident at all. I need need Lillie here. I guess Tarragon wouldn't be terrible. It's not. No, it's not. That's pretty bad. Tarragon would be terrible. Next turn, Tarragon might be 5. I need a Lillie this turn. What the fuck? That Makuhita's ready to rumble. Brother, I said no. Fuck. I guess I play it. I'll have to be. Ooh, 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 ooh. The Unfair Stamp? That's what I'm talking about. If I put another Zygarde on the bench... No, it's just not that high value to put a Zygarde on the bench right now, right? Like, fine. I think I'm just gonna play this. Oh, gosh, golly. That's pretty good draw, yeah. Yeah, this is chilling. Is the Cornerstone worth it to keep in your current 60? Yes. If I thought it wasn't worth it, it wouldn't be in my current 60. It's how we beat, it's currently how we beat box decks. Like, Ogerpon, Kangaskhan box decks. KFC or Popeyes? Popeyes. Although, honestly, the last time I had KFC was so long ago, like, it's hard for me to judge them. How do you beat Alakazam? You don't need to worry about that. That's, like, not... The fact that you're even worried about that is, like, really weird. Is it true Popeyes is closing in the US? I mean, as far as I'm aware. I think the correct play is to go for the nullifying 0 here, right? There's got to be a 0 moment. If this isn't a nullifying 0 moment, I don't know what is. It's not even the fact that I could win. I don't expect to win the game here. I mean, if we win, that's pretty cool. I don't expect to win here, though. I really want to attach for turn here, but I also need more. So I think I have the Lunar Cycle here. Okay. I mean, let's get it. Let's get them. 5 heads one time. I don't even need 5. I just need 4. Okay, okay. That's fine. See, that's fine. That's fine. We didn't get the big one. I didn't get the big... But that's fine. I actually just go down to 3 prize cards. We just win. Yeah, it's over. That's insane. Why not play a stadium in this deck? Lively, for example? Well, why? Ask yourself... Okay, so... it's fine for you to ask me the question if you want. If you want to ask me the question, why play Lively? Why not? But, like, why? I don't know why. That's why I don't play it. You can ask me, like, why not play Lively? But I don't... why? Why play Lively? I can't come up with a reason to play it. I can't come up with a reason to play the card. That's why I don't play it. My friend is going to LA to play. As a friend, how can I help him get ready? Just play games with him or something else I can do? Let's get it. Yeah, even if you come up with a number, that's still not good enough to then convince me to like do it. Because I would just be able to be like, well, I still need like I have to see if it matters. Because I haven't played enough games with the deck, obviously. Tops Dustar and Pult. Yeah, but like Pult's like the one deck that's still like playing like 2 to 3 stadiums, and they have way more draw power than I do. I'm not confident in my ability to prevent Pult from doing what they want to do. I actually need to check this first. Okay, Lillie's cool. I think I'm... Oh, I should have checked my prize cards better. I don't know if I want this Barbaracle. Well, I can like Tarragon for the Barbaracle, which is like the cool thing actually by putting it in the discard pile. Oh, I could also just win if I get Switch Energy, I guess. I didn't even like think about that, but that's pretty cool if I get there, I guess. What do we get? I might just double draw here, to be honest. No Switch, never lucky. Okay. I think I am going to double draw here. Because moving this thing out of the active is going to be pretty difficult, actually. I'm gonna go all out with these Binacles as well, so I can get to the Barbaracles. Because I don't play Air Balloon, so I don't have a way to get around Itchy Pollen. Do you think more experienced players are favored in well-established metas or very new formats? I think like theoretically, the better the player is, the newer the format is, I don't even know if that's... Yeah, I think the better the player is, the newer the format is, that on average they will be better. But I assume your question is, do you think which one are they more favored in? I think they're probably more favored in new formats on average. But obviously it's not one over the like one's not equal to the average player. They're always more favored, but they're more favored in newer formats probably. Because you get to apply another skill set to the game, which you don't get to apply as often, which is just like deck building. Yeah, could I phrase it better? Which is a bigger advantage? Yeah, I assume that's what you meant. Because saying it the other way would make no sense, obviously. Top deck energy, please, one time. Thank you. Oh, wait, no, I didn't have enough stuff anyways. It was fine. Yo, that double draw is nasty, though. This Binacle's putting in work. He's doing it all. This Binacle is him. I don't even know what I want to do next. We got some options, all right? We got some options. The question is, like, am I scared of rare candy? I don't know if I am scared of rare candy. Watchtower? Zerosic would be funny. Not really. It wouldn't be funny at all, actually. You're lying. There's no way they attack here, though, right? Attacking here would be, like, very bad. I need a Fighting Energy off the top, so I can actually go after the Dragon Pult here. Yeah, this is actually kind of awkward. I want to KO that Pulse. Ah! Never lucky. I'd be scared of candy. I guess maybe because they have the Hoot Hoot, right? I could Lunar Cycle into 2 energy to retreat and then boss KO this. One time. 2. Not even an energy. What the heck? How many energy are in here? 1. Jeez. My hand is just so big. I don't want to play any. I just want to chill. They could have some huge combo next turn, like Candy Nor. I really want energy. 17 cards left in deck. 3, 4, 5. I'm playing 14 energy, so there's 9 energy left. I don't know how many are prized. There's so many cards I'm putting back into the deck with Lillie. What if I just like bossed for turn? Like, what if I just bossed the Hoot Hoot and then double draw? What if I did this? Maybe that's annoying enough. Still no energy though. Dude, my hand is so big, bro. Like, my hand is so big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 cards. It's as big as my deck. Half of the cards left in the game for me are in my hand. Oh, they just bench locked themselves out of Latios. That's a good sign, right? Oh wait, I could have attached active or treated Tarragon for 2. Oh no, but then I'm not. But then I'm just using nullifying 0. I didn't want to nullifying 0 this turn. I don't want to nullifying 0 this turn. They can maybe KO my Zygarde. That'd be really bad. Please don't do that. That'd be really rude of you if you KO my Zygarde. How do you feel about Steven's Metagross? It's like fine. I'm like not a fan of the card. I don't like the card. It's kind of cringe, but no, they have it. They have Candy. Candy, Dusknoir, KO Zygarde, KO Binacle off the bench. It's kind of sad. I don't lose, but obviously we're not in a great spot. It's not actually. We could just win in 2 attacks though, still, right? Oh, they're not KOing this? Oh my gosh, what are we doing, man? That's so good for me, right? Not giving me a bench space either, of course, but I can hit him with the Wally here if I can pull the Wally. Wait, I can just nuke him. I could Wally nuke. I would need a drawn to 2 energy. There's 6 energy left in my deck, so my odds of actually lunar cycling into 2 energy is actually pretty high. Dude, look, this is disgusting, man. Alright, should I burn anything else? I don't think so, right? I could go all out, though. I could, like, play this, grab some... Okay, there's no bullshit to grab. Oh, I have Fighting Gongs in there as well? Wait, do I even have a Pokemon in the deck to get off the Ultra Ball? But if I am going to get Unfair Stamped here... Actually, I like all these cards, though. I actually don't dislike any of these cards. Okay, Lunar Cycle into 2 energy one time. Hey! Dude. You forgot about Willis, you dingus. Don't disrespect Willis. Honestly, playing the Pokégear there was really bad. Pokégear is really good to recover Tarragon, because I'm about to use... I'm about to Geo Buster, so find Tarragon off the Unfair Stamp. If they do Unfair Stamp me here, it's like a pretty big deal. So... Okay, pretty good. Honestly, the fact that I didn't draw any energy prior to that is like kind of unfortunate. Like the 12 cards in my deck and 6 of them were energy outs, and one of them was a well, Fighting Gong didn't matter because I couldn't use Fighting Gong under Badoo, I guess, but it's, I don't know, same difference. What is BDIF after rotation? You don't need to worry about that. I guess I'm getting Badooed any... No, because I could not get Badooed here. It's possible they Unfair Stamp Crispin or something and then attack with Dragapult. And then the fact that I can't draw back into Tarragon is like really, really bad. Oh my gosh, they actually have Crispin Unfair Stamp. I know, I can feel it. They have it. I can feel it. I can feel it. No way. Everything? Okay, we're safe. Kind of annoying that they're still not going to take a knockout, though. I like want them to take a KO. They're not going to. Can they do it again, though? Can they, like, Crispin again? They'll have 6 energy in their discard pile. Dude, if they can Crispin again... Fuck me, I guess. Just Geobust, I guess. It'd be funny. Dude, honestly, that's just kind of sad. If you just prize your Unfair Stamp, you just don't get to disrupt your opponent the whole game. Like, I mean, maybe they have a judge, I guess, but... Has anyone ever cheated while playing against you? Not that I can remember. It's possible. I feel like I did have a situation, but see, when I get asked in the moment, I just don't remember things. I just don't, yeah. But then sometimes like I'll like remember it like tomorrow or something, or later tonight or something. I'll maybe remember. Have I ever been cheated against? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't remember it. I can't remember a time. Rosa time? Oh, true. They could get us with the Rosa. Honestly, yep. I guess rule sharking would count as cheating. So have I ever been rule sharked against where I thought it was like, you played in it long enough where someone has definitely cheated at some point? Yeah, most likely. Most likely someone has cheated against me, but I don't remember it. I actually don't know what to send up here. I don't know if I'm getting unfair stamped or not. If I get Badooed, I want Solrock in my active. Well, they didn't get. I don't. They didn't get the prize card they wanted, and then Badoo became my active there. I don't know what that was, but